Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Stoicism and uncovering the 10 traits of people who speak less. You know, those folks who always seem to know exactly what to say and when to say it, they're probably thinking all the things we wish we could say out loud. So if you're ready to unlock the secrets of these quiet achievers, grab your metaphorical thinking caps, get comfy, and let's get right to it. Have you ever noticed that people who speak less often make the best listeners? They're not just waiting for their turn to talk, they're actually present in the conversation. And you know what? That makes you feel heard, right? It's like they're hanging on to your every word. These folks have mastered the art of active listening, and it's a trait that draws people to them like moths to a flame. Think about the people in your life who you really enjoy talking to. I bet they're good listeners, right? They ask thoughtful questions, make eye contact, and don't interrupt you with their own stories unless it's really, really funny. That's the power of being an attentive listener. It's a gift you give to others and a trait that speaks volumes about your character. Now let's talk about the inside of the minds of those who speak less. Because they're not always chattering away, they have more time to think and reflect. They're the kind of people who ponder life's big questions, who analyze situations from different angles, and who carefully consider their words before they speak. And you know what that leads to? Wisdom. They're not about shallow conversations or jumping to conclusions. They'd rather sit back, observe, and let their thoughts simmer until they're ready to be shared. Remember, just because someone isn't talking all the time doesn't mean they don't have anything to say. In fact, they probably have a lot more going on upstairs than you might think. They're like those delicious slow-cooked meals. They take time to prepare, but the end result is oh so worth it. Let's be honest, folks. We've all had those moments where we've wished we could take back something we've said. People who speak less tend to avoid those awkward moments because they choose their words carefully. They're not going to blurt out the first thing that pops into their heads or gossip just for the sake of it. They value their words and understand the weight they carry. And that, my friends, is why they're often seen as incredibly trustworthy. You know you can confide in them because they're not going to blab your secrets to the entire world. So, if you're looking for someone to confide in, find yourself a person who speaks less. Have you ever noticed how people who speak less always seem to have this aura of calmness about them? It's like they're unflappable, unfazed by the chaos of the world. And you know why that is? Because they're not adding to the noise. They're not prone to emotional outbursts or impulsive reactions. They take a deep breath, assess the situation, and respond with composure and grace. They understand that their energy is contagious, and they'd rather create an atmosphere of peace and tranquility than one of stress and anxiety. Think about it, when you're around someone who's always calm, cool, and collected, don't you feel a sense of calm wash over you too? You know, emotional intelligence is like this superpower that not everyone possesses. It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as recognize and empathize with the emotions of others. And let me tell you, people who speak less are often highly emotionally intelligent. They spend time reflecting on their own feelings, understanding their triggers, and learning how to regulate their emotional responses. They're not quick to anger, they don't hold grudges, and they know how to communicate their feelings effectively. They're also incredibly perceptive when it comes to the emotions of others. They can read between the lines, pick up on subtle cues, and offer support and understanding without judgment. Let's be real, folks. We live in a world that often celebrates impulsivity and instant gratification. But people who speak less, they march to the beat of their own drum. They're not swayed by peer pressure or the need to fit in. They have a strong sense of self-control that guides their actions and decisions. They think before they speak, they weigh the consequences of their actions, and they don't let their emotions get the best of them. They're the epitome of self-mastery. When you're around someone who's composed, disciplined, and deliberate, it inspires you to be more mindful of your own actions. So next time you find yourself about to say or do something impulsive, take a page from the book of those who speak less. People who speak less are like detectives of the human experience. They're incredibly observant and perceptive, noticing the smallest details that others often miss. It's like they have a sixth sense for reading people and situations. They're the ones who notice the subtle shift in someone's body language, the flicker of emotion that crosses their face, the unspoken words hanging in the air. They're masters of nonverbal communication, understanding that sometimes what's not said speaks volumes. And because they're so observant, they're able to pick up on patterns, connect the dots, and gain a deeper understanding of the world around them. They're like sponges, soaking up information and insights from their surroundings. So if you ever need a second opinion or a fresh perspective, don't hesitate to ask the quiet observer in your life. Now, you might think that people who speak less are not good communicators. But let me tell you, folks, they're often the most effective communicators out there. They understand that words are powerful tools, and they use them strategically and intentionally. They're not about rambling on and on, filling the air with empty words. They choose their words carefully, crafting their message for maximum impact. They know how to get their point across succinctly and effectively, without wasting time or energy on unnecessary fluff. And when they do speak, people listen, because they know that when these folks talk, it's worth paying attention. So, if you're looking to improve your own communication skills, take a page from the book of those who speak less. You know, in a world that often values superficiality, people who speak less tend to cultivate a deeper understanding of themselves and others. They're not afraid to delve into the complexities of human nature, to explore the depths of their own emotions, and to connect with others on a soul level. They understand that true connection comes from a place of vulnerability and authenticity. They're comfortable with their own company, and they don't feel the need to fill every moment with noise or distractions. They're content to simply be, to observe, to reflect, and to connect with the world around them on a deeper level. So if you're looking to cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and others, spend some time with those who speak less. Let's be honest, folks. Patience can be a tough virtue to master. But people who speak less often seem to have an abundance of it. They understand that good things take time, that not everything in life goes according to plan, and that sometimes you just have to ride the wave. They don't get easily flustered by delays, they don't sweat the small stuff, and they're able to find peace and acceptance even in the midst of chaos. They're the calm in the storm, the voice of reason when everyone else is losing their minds. And you know what? Their patience extends to others as well. They're tolerant of different perspectives, they're understanding of mistakes, and they're willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, if you find yourself struggling to be patient, take a cue from those who speak less. Well, there you have it, folks. The 10 traits of people who speak less. These folks are like walking, talking reminders that sometimes less is truly more. They teach us the power of listening, the importance of thoughtfulness, and the beauty of embracing a quieter, more intentional way of being. Thanks for watching.